I think this is a perfect time for you to get to know me just a little bit, right? I think it's time. I posted a few videos here now, and I want to make it official that my name is Emmy and I have officially joined Booktube. It's official. I have just been chronically talking myself out of this, always being a self-doubter, always a self-talker-outer. That's pretty much who I was for a lot of my life. So I just figured I'm just gonna do this. It has been a few months now since I have been on here, and I wanted to start out with the first question of why did I start this YouTube channel? I have always been a fan of YouTube. I've always been watching YouTube. I don't even know how long I've had this channel for now. I knew deep down I wanted to have my own channel where I was posting videos, and I just didn't know what my content would be like. For a while I thought I was gonna do makeup, but I've just grown to love reading so much that I felt like this was such a good opportunity for me to kind of just share that experience. To me, it made sense. And then as soon as I finally had the itch, I didn't want to not scratch it. And the Booktube community is just so great. I wanted to have a sense of community. I wanted to have people where I can speak with about books. I wanted to learn more about your recommendations, maybe give you recommendations. That's really the reason why I started this channel. And I just hope to share some of my interests with you. What is unique about my channel? To be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe that's something for you to figure out. Maybe this is more of like a realistic viewpoint of what reading is like with having responsibilities outside of just YouTube. Yeah, I really don't know maybe this isn't a good way for me to sell my channel or advertise my channel. I am a millennial. I have a full-time job. I like to read on the side. I don't have kids yet, but I do have other responsibilities outside of YouTube, and I'm Filipino. So I'll leave you with that information, whether if it is unique to you or not. I will let you decide. I don't know of any other Filipino booktubers. If you do know of any other booktubers, please let me know. And by the way, this whole video was inspired by Nikel's Nook on YouTube. She's the first video that I saw that did this, and I was like, you know what? Why haven't I done this already? So thank you, Nikel's Nook, for the inspiration. Next question is, why do I love reading? I love reading because it allows me to open up my mind. Simply is that I don't want to have a closed-minded view of the world, and reading through different characters' perspectives and reading about different worlds and different experiences allows me to open up my mind. And I like that. I want to be able to understand how people would process certain emotions and certain experiences that some of these characters are going through. And then a lot of people have been saying this, but a sense of escapism. Yeah, our world is kind of shit right now, to be honest. So reading really kind of takes you out of what else is happening and kind of just immersing yourself in a different way. And that's what I love about it. The next question is, what are some of my favorite books or books that I love? I did post an end of the year book tag, and I will have that link somewhere in the corner. I did list some of my 5-star reads of the year, but I'll say it here again. And I'm sorry if you have watched some of my other videos where I mention the same things, but I'm not gonna change up on you because I'm recording a different video. These really are my favorite books that I've read. So I've been a fan of the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas, Happy Place by Emily Henry, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weiss. Those are all such great books, and I've mentioned more books I really enjoyed reading in that end of the year wrap-up video, so go ahead and tune into that because I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I mentioned way more in that video. Next question is, what are some of the challenges that I foresee myself having a YouTube channel? And to be honest, because I've posted for a few months now, some of these challenges I've been coming across with are not foreseeable because they are currently happening. And one of them is just putting so much effort into filming, editing, and then posting something, and then you don't get the outcome that you think it deserves or the outcome that you had imagined in your head. And that's okay. You know, those are going to be challenges that any YouTubers are going to come across. Not all of the videos are going to hit, and it's just a part of the process. To be honest, I'm learning so much more about myself and learning more about my style and YouTube throughout the whole time that I've been on this space. So those are some of the challenges I've been experiencing with. And then also kind of like balancing my real job, which I currently have my laptop trying to stay up to date with some of the notifications, making sure I don't miss anything, but making sure that I am able to balance my real paying job with my hobby and having adequate time for both, because both of them are my priorities. When did I start reading? I started reading when I was young, of course. I had a few books growing up. I think I had honestly like maybe 6 or 7 books when I was a young child, and I just kept reading the same books over and over again. And then it wasn't up until COVID hit that I was really consistently reading. Of course, there was a time in high school where I would read 50 Shades of Grey. I know I shouldn't have been reading that in high school, like The Fault in Our Stars. And then in college, I grew into more like self-development books. I was really lost, still lost, but more consistently since COVID, just because of so much time that we had back in our hands. So I would say maybe like 3 years consistently now. Where do I read? Now, I read everywhere. I read mostly on my Kindle because I don't have a proper area, or like I don't have a proper bookshelf to store all of my books in one place. So most of my reading gets done on my Kindle. And with that, I can pretty much read in the car, while I'm standing, while I'm eating. I can read one hand. I'm reading on the toilet. I'm reading going up the stairs. I am reading everywhere. So that's the beauty about having an ebook, because you could just maneuver from page to page with one hand. So yeah. What are some of the genres that I like to read? Like I said, I started reading self-development books to begin with. I don't know. I feel like people have a phase with self-development books, right? So I definitely had that phase. And then I went into romance. Then I went into fantasy. Let's also throw in dark romance in there. Yeah. And then some thrillers. So this has been kind of like the top 5 genres that I've been reading. I do want to get into more science fiction. I want to get into more classic books. I just don't know where to start. So maybe give me some recommendations. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. That could potentially motivate me into reading outside of my comfort zone. But so far, these are like the top 5 categories of genres that I've been enjoying lately, and I can't see myself leaving it. Do you ever leave the genres that you enjoy reading? I don't think so. So I don't know why I said that. And then lastly, what does my book collection look like? I don't really have much of a physical book connection because most of the books that I read are on Kindle. And I just have a really sad book corner underneath my work table, and then I have some books on my side table. I have some books in the loft. I have some books like in a bin. I don't really have a proper space for it. Eventually, when I figure out how I would want to redecorate my office nook, then I could implement a bookshelf in that. As of right now, a lot of them are on my Kindle. So yeah, I don't really have a space for that yet. One day, I'll definitely bring you along for that ride once I'm able to upgrade my book space. I think those are all the questions. That wasn't that much. I hope that this was enough for you to get to know me. I have already posted a few videos, so please go ahead and binge on some of those videos. I always appreciate you spending time here with me, and please comment down below. Like I said, some of your science fiction recommendations, some of your classical recommendations. Is it called classical or classic recommendations? See, I don't even know. I'm a fraud, but I want to know where I should start. But either way, if you know the types of genres that I like and you like the same genres, go ahead and give me recommendations down there too. I will be back again soon. I hope to see more of you. And as you know, it is always so helpful if you do like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really, really does bring me joy, especially for this holiday season. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for being here.